Fahim, today we will try to close the backup classes.
Okay.
So from Monday onwards, we can start with the new things. Okay, is that okay? Or anyhow, because today
Yeah, no, that's okay.
we got delayed. I was waiting, and so the organizer was busy. Okay, we will continue with the backup sessions only. So even you can have the
Okay.
okay. So you're able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Naresh, we were discussing about class and object. So do you have any questions regarding any of the topics which we covered till now?
No.
So then we'll move on to the we discussed about constructors, right? Did we?
Yeah.
Okay. So we discussed about constructors and we'll see inheritance. So what is inheritance basically? Inheritance is a like deriving properties from your parent class, deriving properties from the parent, right? So when you get properties from your parent, so there are some conditions. Okay. Basically, how why we are using inheritance in object-oriented programming means for extendability. Okay. See here, I have a class called car. Okay. Then I have a class called car racer. I'll comment this code. I'll comment these constructors too. So car racer is a class which is deriving from a class called car. So this single colon will define the parent and child relationship. So your car racer will be the child and your car will be the parent. And as a child class, there is no difference between normal class and a child class. So child class can contain same properties, constructors and methods. Okay, only the additional thing is normal class will have, when you create object of normal class, you can access all the members of the normal class. But when you create object of the child class, as part of the inheritance, parent members will be derived to child. So when you create object of child, you can access base class methods as well as child class methods. Not only methods, base class properties, base class members and child class members. So here I have a property called into velocity. Okay. And I have two constructors. Okay. Then I have one method. I will comment this. I will discuss what is. And I am creating object of my child. So this is the child class object. When you create an object of child, see the members of the balancing is its own method. Okay.
Okay.
And secret code is a method got derived from parent. Okay. Speed is a parent class. Parent class members. Not only methods, you can access the variables also. See, it's calling a parent class method, even though if you create object of child, but these members will be derived as part of inheritance. So that's why it is calling parent, and this will call child method only, its own method, and this will call again parent. Okay, so here there is one interesting behavior with the constructors. Okay, so when you create an object of child class, see, first it is calling the child class appropriate constructor, right?
Yeah.
Racer is the child class appropriate constructor. Then immediately it will call the immediately it's calling the base class default constructor. Why it will call the base class default constructor? For base class members, memory should be allocated. For base class members, memory should be allocated, and the memory will be allocated when you call the constructor only. So that's why we'll call the base class default constructor. We call default constructor only. Suppose if you don't have default constructor in your base class, so what will happen? Remove the base class default constructor and see. I'm removing this default constructor.
Okay.
Go to your sim. There is no argument given that corresponds to the required formal parameter. That means actually when you create a constructor for child class, it will expect a base class default constructor.
Okay.
And you can avoid creating base class default constructor by redirecting the call to the base class any other constructor. You have one more constructor in your base class. You have one more constructor in your base class, right? Now see.
Yeah.
See, first it is calling the child class appropriate constructor. Immediately it's calling the earlier It was calling base class default constructor. Now it is calling base class parameterized constructor.
Okay.
It is called constructor behavior in the parent and child relationship. And do I need to use all the base methods as is? So when you get properties from your father or from your grandfather, what you will do? You will either try to extend them, you will try to modify them, or you will try to sell them, right?
Yeah.
But all the properties you cannot do as you wish. So when they are mentioning in the will, there will be some clauses. These
Okay.
properties you can use, and these properties you can give for lease. These properties you can sell. In a similar way, you no need to use all the base method as is, but you can redefine few of the methods. You can redefine the base methods when the base method has been marked as virtual. Here, base speed, I will mark it as a virtual. Now in your child class, you can redefine it. Public override with speed. So the speed method, it is there in the base, okay? And you are
Okay.
redefining when you didn't redefine the base method. So whenever you are calling the speed method, it is calling always base only. So now you redefined the method. So now if you call the speed method, it will call the child method. But the base users, whoever using the base object, they can still call
Okay.
the previous speed method. It is like this. See, currently we have 2G connections. Recently they introduced 3G. So the customers, whoever needs the 3G, they will upgrade it to 3G. But the existing customers still they can use the 2G facilities. Okay. Now you see.
Okay.
Earlier, whenever you are calling the speed method, it was calling the parent. Now it is calling the child. We completed the object. I think the remaining sessions you have attended, right?
Yeah, I attended from the ASP.NET 2 sessions.
Okay. Then with Fahim you attended OOPS, right? After this we discussed about interfaces,
And yeah, dynamic polymorphism.
dynamic polymorphism, method overloading, method over. This is called method overriding.
Yeah.
And we discussed about method overloading. A method will have same name, citizen signature.
Yeah, I discussed that one.
So remaining topics you attended, but do you want me to again repeat the same, or my suggestion is
The
whatever videos you have, you just
yeah,
listen to them once and try
okay,
to implement them. And if you have some doubts or if you have some questions, I think it's better to discuss those questions rather than again uh, discussing the same topic.
okay.
Already you had some sessions, right? So
Yeah, but yesterday's session is missing. You have the yesterday's one?
recording you're telling?
Yeah,
Yeah. Today's and yesterday's I am only recording it.
okay,
We'll share it. No problem.
yeah,
So my suggestion is instead of again repeating the same thing,
Okay.
You start play the videos and you write down the questions whatever you find when you're going through the video, and
Okay.
you start implementing the things. I will share this program.cs file. Okay. So by seeing this you can write your own program. Then we will
And
then we will
can you share the
yeah.
like notepad for notes also?
Yeah, sure, I will share.
Like syntax, what it represents, what method is coming, and
Yes.
yeah, like that also. Because only when I'm going through the videos, I'm getting problem with some syntaxes.
In syntaxes, only the solution should be you start implementing the things.
Okay.
I will share the material. In the material, you will have the more information.
Okay.
So I thought your so all your missing classes have been covered.
Okay.
My suggestion is you start implementing these things, and you still have any questions on the scopes only. We'll have
Okay.
next weekdays or weekends we can have one dedicated session for discussing those questions. So that will solve some issues. Correct?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I think Fahim left.
Yeah.
I thought of starting the SQL Server database connectivity. But anyway, did you install SQL Server in your system?
Yeah. Install it.
Okay. And 2015 Visual Studio, right?
Yeah. 2015.
Yeah. So there won't be any class tomorrow.
Okay.
Sunday, you just have some time and to practice the things. Again, we'll meet on Monday.
Okay.
Monday on same time.
Can I share my email with you?
No problem. These people, they will have the email ID.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. For videos and material, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they will have your email ID. They will share it. Not an issue.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So again, we'll meet on Monday. We'll start with database. We'll start how to create the tables, how to retrieve data from database to populate the controls. Earlier we have seen we had a country drop down list where we are adding items at code, right?
Yeah.
So now we'll see how to populate that drop down list from the database.
I think only one property we discussed. I think is post back
Yes. And select index change.
index chain.
No, my thing, earlier drop down list we added items in the C# code.
Okay.
Values like India, US, UK.
Yes.
So in Monday we'll see how to populate those controls from the database.
Okay.
We'll have a table in the database, and from the table we'll read the data and we'll assign it to the drop down list. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay then. We'll meet on Monday.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for your time.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.